Welcome everybody, this is Evelyn. Nice to see you. I'm going to give you a twin flame read today. I did do a couple reads on 2021, which I'm going to present another time. But this is for the twin flames, both the masculine and the feminine. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Sending out lots of love and blessings to you guys. I did have a little bit of a purge this morning. I did a couple clearings this week, so I guess that was some of my clearing coming out. But definitely some stuff coming up to clear. I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 11:14. For those of you not familiar, this is a 7-deck read, and the main deck is the SIRIAN Starseed deck. We have the Mini Rider-Waite, Romance Angels, Tarot Sexual Magic, the Numerology deck, the Gilded Tarot, and the Universal Golden Tarot, as well as I pull energy cards at the end. So 11 and 14 are Justice and the Temperance card. I finished doing the read at 11:39, which is Justice and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups was reversed in this read, but there was a very cool message that came through here. So at least if you're not going to listen to the whole thing, make sure you listen to the beginning because there's important messages here. I'm going to show you the read before I start. Here is the main read that you're looking at on the table. All right, that's the SIRIAN Starseed deck. And this is the full read that you see in front of you with all 7 decks. Okay. Okay, so as I was clarifying the read, at 11:25 of Chalices came up, which is all about emotions, and 25 is the Knight of Wands, right, heart and emotions. And then at 11:26, which is then the Page of Wands, Isis came up, which is, Isis, but also can be Isis, as in the deity. And also Frosty the Snowman was coming up to remind you to say happy birthday in the morning. As I said, we finished at 11:39. The major arcana were Ascension, which is like the world, the Strength card, Shadow, which is like the devil, Luna, which is the moon, of course, and then before the read, Abundance came up, which is the Empress in this deck. We had 4 cups, 2 wands, 1 pentacle, and no swords in this read, and a lot of cups or emotional energy here. We had court cards of the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the King of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So we had a Cups family here, basically a Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, and a Page of Cups. The Knight of Cups can be a child or an adult who's younger than the Queen. And then we have the King of Wands. The numbers in the code line were all about perseverance and spiritual partnership. And the numbers, really, there was only 2 main numbers in the read, and that was number 2 and number 9, and that's it. But in a lesser sense, the numbers 44 and 1010 came up. So 44 is the 4 of Wands, the grounding and integrating and mastering of love. The 1010 of that very high vibration to keep your energy high. And in a lesser sense, we had 12, which is the Hangman. 23 is the King of Wands. 44 again is that 4 of Cups. 45 is the 5 of Cups, the grieving card, or the loss, regret, the past, not letting go. 59 also came up, which is the 5 of Swords, and 910, begin again and again and again. We had 421 as well, which can be 4 and 21, which is the Emperor and the 21 of the world, or 42, which is the 2 of Cups, and 1, which is the Magician. The code line, and of course 2 and 9 are the High Priestess and the Hermit. The code line was all about perseverance and spiritual partnership with the number 13, which is a 4. And 13 is the Death card, 4 is the Emperor. And the code line. So this is all the interpretation for the code line, and it comes up multiple ways, and then it comes up to a big message. So bear with me and try to follow as I go, because I always allow you to unfold with me. The number 13 comes up in the code line again. The acing of 3, or the Trinity. The 1 to the nth degree, the Shaman energy comes up here. The acing the high road, the 309 or 309 also coming up again. Alternating currents and air conditioning, which can relate to conditioning of your thoughts and words, as well as an air sign person. But the alternating currents of the 1 and the 3, right? The one-on-one and the one with the many. Taking the high road in energetic exchange with each other. Being clear with the Queen, the wise one. The seeker or student. And the, as the Knight of Cups, being good at emotions. In a sweet or being sweet, the star to be. In physical education, perhaps pulmonary embolus coming up. Are severance of the P, which may be the P could be the circle, which is the human embodiment of source, but grounded, but off-centered as the feminine energy, right? Not balanced between the two. P, like literally peeing. P's been coming up a lot during this read as well. Art as well. And then Christ, the ER ship of Christ was coming up. And it was reminding me like of being on a cruise ship. You know how they always sell a lot of art on cruise ships? That kind of energy was coming up there. But also a lot of different acronyms which become words here in the code line came up, very unusual words. So it brought up some new interesting meanings here to the code line. So transition, endings, transformation, dark night, which is dark night with an N or dark night with a KN, and good and adept, all here, which was coming up here as being past the light. All right, so being good at something. Dark night is coming up as being past the light. All right, so like when you cross over, you're past the light. But I also saw a movie last night where someone got hit by a car because someone went through the light, and then you thought she passed. So the Queen or the wise one, the student of the right quote-unquote side, the south side, or perhaps herbal teas, being good at emotions, past the light in the after-death test, right, as Christ, rises off the cross. And sweet energy coming up here, but also could reference as sweet, especially if you have multiple offices or something like that. But somebody could be setting up shop. And remember in alchemy that the masculine does the change, the divine feminine does the shaping of it. In perseverance of spiritual partnership, again, came up of the code line. So in P, as in urine, in P, or in other words, muddied water, and this is all coming up from the words from the code line. In P, or muddied water, is our severance package, right? Your P is the takeaway from your body, just like a severance package would be a takeaway from your job. The P is the muddied water, or our severance package, our takeaway from the experience. Our ever also, as opposed to ever after, are also our besides. Our other in P, partnership. And then a couple definitions come up, and it's funny because in the definition in breaking down partnership or partnership, NER, one of its meanings is kidney, and here we're talking about P. All right, so definitely P is coming up here, kidneys, perhaps kidney issues, but also referencing P as an emesis basin, or in other words, something to catch the leftovers, right? The fanny pack, the bum bag, and also different kinds of salmon were coming up, as well as the male and being near the ship. So P is our severance. P is also ours ever also, and ours ever beside, as opposed to ever after the word, saying ever beside. So beside, not after, right? Being not one above the other, but being side by side. Or physical education was coming up here as well. So P art also coming up of the male pointing downwards, close to the ship. And for me, that references, somebody wanting to pee outside as opposed to in a bathroom. The P is the art of the male pointing downwards, close to a ship. P art near ship. Part near ship, right? So what do? We part near the ship. The ship takes us away. Going separate ways. After done processing food for thought, done with learning experience, the why in the road again and again. And so realize this, the why in the road is the family tree, the branches, the V's, everywhere, supported by one mast, right, the tree trunk, one support, holding two in place each time, right? So if you stack Y's on top of each other, they become a branch or eventually a tree. So as I was drawing these Y's at the top of the page, I was getting, if you draw them vertically, like a Y with one straight line in the middle, then the V's become crowded with each other, right? The branches don't have room to breathe. But if you draw the Y off to the slant, like a Y is normally drawn when you write, it will take it off to the right or off to the left if you swung it the other way. So I'm just going to show you the picture of that, just so you have a visual of what I'm talking about. So there at the top, you see the different trees, right? So the one in the middle gets crowded because it's got a straight line here. And then this goes off to one side, allows more space to grow, okay? And this is all about the why in the road. Again and again, the family tree, the branches, the V's everywhere, supported by one mast, one support, holding two in place. And then sky top was coming up. So 13 can also be the magician empress, the queen as students, or 13 queens as students. The as the knight of cups is the star. Jacob's ladder comes up, literally referencing the tree that I just showed you, is literally Jacob's ladder. The why in the tree are the questions asked from generation to generation, to be, to beat about, and exist. So physical education comes up here, and then the acronym RSE came up, which comes up the rose again. And so the rose came up. The definition of RSE is not only rose, because that just came up when I put RSE in, but it also means ring strain energy. It means relationship and sex education. It also means Pokemon, ruby, sapphire, and emerald. So I asked then, well, if they're ruby, sapphire, and emerald, why is that? Why are they the main colors? Because the primary colors are red, blue, and yellow, not green, because green would be a secondary color. So I asked this question, and the answer is because yellow is the support system, the Christ vibration. So as we go on to the next page at 1258, which is the Hangman and the Four of Swords, we're coming back to the code line again with physical education, relationship and sex education, the ring strain energy, Pokemon, which is also poke man, a man who pokes, with ruby red, sapphire blue, and emerald green. But why? Why green if red, blue, and yellow are the primary colors? Because yellow gold is Christ. It is the support system to go from blue to green and red to orange in order to get to the higher order. But you must combine the primary colors, red and blue, for purple and white without the yellow. Christ is supporting you in the 3D self, but it is not needed once you get to the purples. Then you're on your own. This is graduation time, your crowning moment, the why, done with guidance outside yourself. Now you are on your own GPS system. So then GPS comes up. It's Global Positioning System, or satellite navigation. And then at 1:06, right at that time, the crows were crowing so loud outside. A whole bunch of them were making a whole lot of noise at 1:06, which is the magician and the lovers, here at graduation. It was like the crows clapping for you. And so then we go back to the code line again, and the words that had been broken down, and physical ed was coming up, and sex ed education, so physical, phys ed, sex ed, but also Mr. Ed, which before for me has come up as God when I put up my my tag as Sax, which is S-A-C, but the C is a G, but accenting the C, which is Sophia and Christ, God. and Mr. Ed was in that picture. So Mr. Ed's coming up again here as God. And of course, then making a joke. Phys Ed, Sex Ed, and Mr. Ed. Rose bleeding out, which is literally Christ on the cross. Bleeding out, rose, and here Christ is referencing Mr. Ed again as God. Positioning the dirtied, crowded water or emotions, or the small and little emotions, our ship. Liberal arts, to be, to exist, to occupy a place, to occur, an oath, a vow, a swearing in. Positioning, a skill. Positioning something pleasing to the mind. A back, a nature, right? Positioning yourself, perhaps back to back, or with nature, stone, earth, ground, soil, locality, character, species, or bear. In a male ship, near ship, one ship, kidney ship, black ship, someone's ship, boring ship, emesis basin ship, right, where people throw up, the fanny pack ship, right, a cruise for the fanny pack women, the salmon ship, a fishing ship, and then downwards ship, which is a ship that sinks, as well as close or near ship. The human female grounds the art of existing, the vows, the liberal arts in the male ship. His ship, she directs or advises. He changes, she changes, he changes, she shapes around those changes. There is a relationship for every combination. The dance of the Y symbol with the circle around it, which is that Mercedes symbol, in the human condition. Coming together and falling apart. Home, work, family. You decide what comes together and what falls apart, in order to come together with something new and gracefully part when it's done. Okay, and this is learning the Y and the Y and the Y, right? So the first Y, you might crash and burn, but the second Y, you might not crash and learn. The ship is the housing of the support system. The ship, as opposed to the house, however, is ever moving in new directions. Source is your ship. The Y is the direction, the O is the ship, and you, Y-O-U, are the human embodiment of it. It is the lowercase I of the chakra system, and the T, which is the cross, is actually the plus sign, the vertical and horizontal pillars, the plus sign, not the cross to bear, that all is A-OK. And you notice this is A-OK is the O, the space between the A and the K, the space between apple and energy, between 1 and 1-1, the 11, between the magician and justice, which is just truth and balance. The Mercedes symbol, the circle with the Y inside of it, at 144 to 45, which again is that 44. We have the 144 here, the 144,000, and then moving from the 44 of mastery to the 45 of loss, regret, and the past, and not letting go. The Mercedes symbol literally translates as abundant mercy, high vibrational mercy, and or mercy ship, as we list another ship on our list of ships here. So Mercedes is literally mercy with a whole lot of other definitions going into mercy, but it's about abundant mercy. So then I got onto the next page, and if you take that symbol of the circle and then the Y in the middle, it literally is made up of the housing, which is the circle, the pyramid, which is the upside down V, the divine masculine, the right side up V of the divine feminine, and the plus sign, which is the space between, which then comes up again as the tetragrammaton. See, look how it comes up. And this is the other tetragrammaton I'd come up with before, with the pies and the phi. Pi, Y, pi, phi, and there's the second Y up top, which is really the upside down V, like this one. So if you put the circle in the front here, it's the same as this one, only just different symbology. Okay, so we have the divine feminine of the V plus the masculine's V, okay, plus the housing equals the symbol, which is the wheel of fortune, not just the Y, but the horizontal and vertical pillars and the divine masculine V up. So if you have two V's, and the plus sign, that equals the Wheel of Fortune, pi, split 8 ways, which is the dance of the 5D. So we start this readout with the Queen of Cups upright. Here's the Queen of Cups here with the mini cards on top, and I always go down a few cards below. Today I believe we went 4 cards down. We have the Four of Swords upright, Abundance upright, the Ace of Wands reversed, and the Three of Pentacles reversed. So, sleeping, resting, meditating. The Empress, or abundance, frustrated, unable to conceive of something, with issues at work, getting along with others, or third party through work, the Queen of Cups. Or sleeping, message waiting to come out. So the message itself is that sleeping, bubbling up and waiting to come out. Only hibernating, not dead, just needs a little touch or inspiration to wake up. The Empress is in need of passion, inspiration at work, with the Queen of Cups, Fool, free from the King of Swords reversed, negative or self-loathing man, or free from his silence, his negative self-talk, or hurtful words. The Hermit reversed coming out with an important message, or after over-isolating, the King of Swords reversed is stepping up to the plate. Taurus upright, Aries upright, Virgo reversed here. Justice or Page of Pentacles, student or opportunity or invitation, or Libra Page of Pentacles, completed the cycle, graduation, or sealed Divine Feminine or Pisces Knight of Cups reversed, is feeling rejected, in need of the Knight of Cups, who's upright, not reversed, and peace, with the King of Swords reversed, knowing and keeping to themselves, but drained, sick, or kids or Leo out of control, overexposed, or in need of sunshine or vacation, or Libra Page of Pentacles and Pisces Knight of Cups reversed, are without peace, with the King of Swords reversed, pretending not to know, which is making him sick, or distancing him from the kids, or trying to create 2 negatives, with 2 negatives making a positive, using the Y method, but the support is off to the right, needing more left. 10 channels are available here, source between his legs. Perhaps he needs to be naked and ride free, and perhaps pee on the side of a ship, in the Everglades, or swamp, which is too shallow for a ship to sail. Issues at work, or on break, not aroused by the idea of dumping the facade, the patterns, or pee on the side of a ship, car, or housing. Trying to sleep, but too much noise upstairs, and seeing bugs in the curtains, or worried about being bugged in the house. Then up and running, or back to work again, or dreaming of the Chariot or Cancer, or moving or traveling, ascending quickly, or cruising, perhaps on a mercy ship. Unrequited love comes up here, and beneath that was make the effort. So back here, it's now 2:22, and a lot of 2s have been coming up in the past couple days, multiple 2s. We had 3 2s a couple times, and it might have even been a 4-2. But the Chariot's upright here, with the female bull exiting left, Hatari or Safari, or a doctor on tour or mercy ship. The Queen of Cups, Cancer, and all business relationship not working, refusing to acknowledge the wake-up call or announcement, judgment or decision, with mercy calling, or a call for mercy, I give. Knees, toes, hands, elbows, and little butts, and Cinderella glass slippers, and Prince Charming fitting glass slippers and trying to be a gentleman about it at 2:25, which is the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands. At 2:28 then being the Two of Wands, when the glass slipper doesn't fit, and trying to be a gentleman, as not to hurt anyone's feelings, getting stuck on the repetitive loop, the merry-go-round, the many loops of city dwellers. Love comes up here, number 6, and beneath that was intuition. That's the underlying energy. So love was big coming up right here, and then intuition 22, which is the Fool. In a split, divide, lying or cutting through the BS, needing the truth, getting their wish, self-satisfaction, patient in disconnect or at a distance, detoxing in the aftermath of insecurities and manipulation and lack of tools, the Divine Masculine resisting changes, resisting the fall of detoxing, or on fire, yet something is broken, unable to make it work, unable to get excited about anything. After celebration of divide and disconnect from being patient, or perhaps in disconnect from patience and happy, then comes the hard part of feeling insecure and allowing it all to pass through you. In need of tools, the Queen of Cups in need of sunshine in a bold move to heed the call of love. We have Sagittarius upright, Capricorn reversed, Scorpio reversed, Gemini reversed, Virgo reversed, Cancer upright, and Aquarius upright all here. The King of Swords reversed and the King of Wands upright are next to each other here as the underlying tones of this read. The men not getting along, or two sides of his personality, hot and cold, or perhaps with the chills. And then I was getting, I got chills, they're multiplying. So that's coming up from Greece. Getting over loss, regret, and the past in a bold move to step up to the plate and take a swing, or drive somewhere to talk. Depression at night, or Star of Bethlehem, now fading into the next full moon eclipse. Depressed or arrogant and shady dealings, lobsters up the road asking directions, unable to see well or see wall at night, or see the difference between the moon and the stars. Cancer upright and Aquarius reversed here. In the recent past is the shadow reversed, detox and chaos to make self happy, divorcing or thinking outside the box, in running or stealing from the High Priestess reversed, or something or someone is a runner between the Hierophant reversed and the High Priestess reversed, or Taurus and Pisces or Virgo, or getting the dirt on someone or hired a PI to investigate, or undercover boss while detoxing, having someone go between offices or locations to spy on them, or tainted religious couple caught stealing, or both running while the Queen of Pentacles upright is suffering in silence or can't sleep, but being patient and balanced. And again, the two people running could just be two people jogging as well. Capricorn reversed, Taurus reversed, Pisces reversed, and Sag upright here, offering love in the aftermath of two out in the cold with no help from the establishment, dumping emotional attachments or selling stuff to raise money. Oh, and this reminds me, before I forget, I haven't watched anything for Lee and Sherry online in a long time, and I happened across one of their videos on my feed, and I didn't realize that she was having a lot of difficulties waiting for a liver transplant, apparently, according to their video. So I replied to them that I would put that out there, so I want to let you know, because I think they're collecting for donations to help them out. She's having a lot of problems with the insurance company. You know, one minute they'll say that they'll support the transplant, and then they won't, and you know how that goes. But anyway, I wanted to let you know so you could watch their video if you're interested in helping out, and in any way you can. It doesn't just have to be about money. If you want to send healing to them or prayers to them, anything like that would help. Okay, that's Lee and Sherry from Relationship Reinvented. You can check out their website if you like. So back to my read. This was at 301, which is the Empress and the Magician. Or there may be a secret out here between two spiritual people going back and forth a lot, or getting the runaround, one keeping a stiff upper lip and the other well grounded but not sleeping well and being a patient angel. At 304, which is the Empress and the Emperor, shadow work, Capricorn reversed, Virgo reversed, and the Queen of Cups. Could be a Gemini reversed here too, as the foundation here is all about the Strength card reversed, being weakness or illness or ego death or need for courage. The Queen of Cups upright with the worst being over, perhaps the bliss setting in of knowing and keeping to themselves to keep their energies pure. Justice of the Emperor reversed in ego death with kids or soulmates loving each other. Libra upright, Aries reversed, and Leo reversed here. The Queen of Cups needing strength and courage, and perhaps getting that support from her child, giving her peace of mind. The central energy is the Ascension card, the world, complete with the cycle done, and a higher love here. Decision or announcement of walking away or leaving, home or moving or going home to care for sick or crazy kids, Leo, or a pet, or in need of sunshine, vacation, and no options but to ascend, and offer big love to those denied help or with nowhere to go. Challenged by the Knight of Cups reversed, which can be someone who's jealous, feeling rejected, moody. Could just be a moody kid, who won't get up out of bed. Insincere schmoozer as well, right? The one who pretends to love everyone but really doesn't love anyone. The issue at work, healing after the worst of bleeding out is over, achieving that bliss state. Dumping a load, a burden, or all of your responsibilities, or taking off a load and confessing to the Page of Cups, or a message of love from a Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, healing and forgiving. Avoiding disaster or not so sudden events in the aftermath of sudden events, explosions, eruptions, epiphanies, and the wounded warrior awake to codependency and or to the powerlessness of both of them. In a passionate exchange and guilt about it, defenseless to energies, attacks, and no longer caring, and without excuse. Reaping rewards of withholding time, money, and effort to rest or to play hardball. Taking a break, praying, meditating, and dropping the facade with the Page of Cups upright, or a loving message to the King of Pentacles in a breakup or about a breakup, or without affection and a lot of energetic exchange back and forth, the arrows of love, or just a lot of communication or travel back and forth. But now at 352, which is the Empress and the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands shaman is reversed, tired, dead tired, near death, or refusing to face their fears in relation or energetic exchange to or with the Knight of Cups reversed, which can be a Scorpio person, exposed to justice, or Leo upright and Libra upright, in negative self-talk or spreading rumors, or supporting a negative Gemini who may be insecure and or manipulative here. The King of Wands reversed, and the King of Swords reversed, with exposure to justice, or Leo and Libra between them, or they are Leo and Libra. The King of Wands reversed could be Leo, and the King of Swords reversed could be Libra. There's also a Page of Swords reversed here, so there's definitely could be Libra and Gemini here, as well as the King of Wands reversed Leo. Reaping rewards of the Knight of Wands rushing in to the rescue. And the King of Wands reversed is definitely coming up exhausted, but offering help. Releasing the Queen of Wands reversed, defenseless to the Queen of Swords reversed, not working out with the King of Wands. The King of Wands reversed in energetic exchange with the wounded warrior, who's free to go to the Magician, manifesting with the Empress in divorce or justice, or Aries upright and Virgo, or Gemini upright, Taurus upright, and Libra upright all here. The King of Wands reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed are releasing each other, defenseless to the Queen of Swords reversed, overworking for good news to come about breakup or withholding affections at 408, which is the Emperor and the Strength card, the dance. Perhaps withholding time, money, and effort, a new life, or playing ball. Magnetizing and saving to receive big love from unhappy family or from an emotional cycle that's overdone or way past due. And presenting the whole truth or victory of the crown passed on once and for all at 424, which is the Emperor and the Queen of Wands. Soon coming up for the twins is Luna, or the moon, or perhaps a Cancer person. And the full moon coming, dumping emotional attachments between the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands reversed, or getting rid of old kid stuff, or cleaning up their rooms, or creating space between them. Family healing with a message of love, or with the Page of Cups is bliss. The Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles here are healing, and the Page of Pentacles paying it forward to the Page of Wands reversed, fighting the world, or Pisces and Taurus, or the Divine Feminine and the Empress. But the Page of Wands is fighting someone, or frustrated, or on a quest to go around the world and great abundance, or perhaps go around the world with the Empress, or the Divine Feminine, or Pisces and Taurus. And the Knight of Pentacles is moving on, the Fool or Aries going back, free to leap in pursuit of happiness. The twin flames seeing themselves as that Page of Cups, with the heart open wide and offering love, after ego death and weakness, and getting over loss, regret, the past, and self. Depression, looking back without any options, And now the Page of Cups with their heart open wide, innocent and full of love and hope for the future. Playfulness, getting to know each other, reconciliation, passion, and trust all came up for the twins. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Around the twins, or how they are seen, is the Queen of Pentacles, upright, not socializing and holding her tongue, letting go to repair, fix, or perhaps spending on the home. Grounding and integrating to receive love, even a small message of connection, face to face at night, by the full moon, or with Cancer, the Queen of Cups, or connection between the Knight of Swords reversed and the Queen of Pentacles upright could be a Cancer, clearing the blocks of negative thoughts towards twin flames, or that name, or feeling like you have no options. The Knight of Pentacles is offering from the Empress to the Magician, but the King of Wands reversed may have turned the other way. Sisters or siblings going their separate ways, or concern here that the Empress will send their minions or dogs to greet them, or the Empress is trying to get the Page of Wands and King of Wands both reversed together, or the Empress is flanked by twins, Knight of Pentacles. Perseverance comes up here, and spiritual partnership. Home with Sagittarius pouring a drink, or home celebration with patient angel, or making love potions and having sex on the swing. The Nine of Cups, satisfaction, celebration with self, while others all getting together, unhappy family, or ending to an emotional cycle that's so done. The Ten of Cups is reversed, but the Ten of Pentacles is upright. The war between the Montagues and the Capulets. The King of Pentacles is good, but frustrated with no growth, of the Ten of Cups reversed, with the King of Cups reversed. The Ten of Cups reversed family is offering love, but no money or affection, one way, and then in the other direction, a big truth to the lonely one, without space or a place in department or inequity. It could be debt here. So the other way, they're offering one big truth to the lonely one, without peace and perhaps in debt or dealing with an inequitable situation, of the King of Cups reversed being out in the cold at 454, which is the Emperor and the Page of Swords. The King of Pentacles is upright, satisfied alone. So here we have two families. We have all in the same ending area. We have the King of Pentacles upright along with the Ten of Pentacles upright, which can be a family, business, or community. And then we have the King of Cups reversed with the Ten of Cups family reversed. All right, so it's like two heads of families and two families. But it looks like the Pentacles win today because all the cups are reversed. And this changes from day to day with these guys here. So in exile here, destitute, injury, or illness, apart from the group down below, the Ten of Cups reversed and the Ten of Pentacles upright, at home, destined. All of this is destined to happen. The cycle is done or overdone. Money's won. If the battling is over the home, well, the Ten of Pentacles then got it, and it is destined, or Libras as well. Queen of Cups is weak. I just whistled for the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is weak, with the Page of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles detoxing chaos to end a cycle once and for all. The challenge being the Knight of Cups reversed, which can be a Cancer without options, and it comes up as Scorpio as well. So either one, I mean, it could be Pisces too, but without options. And the King of Wands reversed, satisfied getting their wish out in the cold, even though they're reversed, which leads me to believe they're just dead tired. With the Ten of Cups reversed and the Ten of Pentacles upright at home, right? It's like two sides of the family coming together for the holidays. Or the King of Cups reversed, not welcome or is not coming. And the King of Pentacles is frustrated with the King of Cups reversed and the King of Wands reversed, who are not talking, or both of them are not invited by the King of Pentacles, or the King of Pentacles send out cold invites, open-ended, not requiring a response, or just open to all, but Sagittarius is there and Scorpio's not, or neither showed without a response. The Empress is frustrated at the workplace or place of co-creation, wherever they come together, with the Queen of Cups, or called out sick. The Queen of Cups may have called out sick, detoxing chaos without the tools that she needs, needing the strength to complete the cycle with the King of Wands reversed, challenged by the Knight of Cups reversed. All right, so you have Queen of Cups and Knight of Cups. It could be a younger partner or a child who's being moody, challenged by the Knight of Cups Maybe that's someone who feels rejected or is jealous. And the Page of Cups, upright child, who's always that child of love, or a message of love and innocent heart, the sweetheart, extending sweetness to Cancer or at night, and the Queen of Pentacles without option, but to be satisfied with that, without the King of Wands reversed, alone, while the Ten of Cups reversed and the Ten of Pentacles upright all are together at home. The Empress passing their crown to the King of Pentacles here. Perhaps, and this could be too, like where you have Christmas or Thanksgiving every year, the Empress may have traditionally had the holiday. Maybe she's passing that to the King of Pentacles, who's putting on a big to-do this year. But perhaps the couple aren't invited or didn't respond to that event. Perhaps the King of Cups reversed and the King of Wands reversed are the ones who didn't get it. Sibling rivalry, or all three of their children reflecting them, but the children actually doing better and showing them the way. Capricorn reversed, Leo reversed, Pisces upright, Cancer upright, and are the main signs in this read. Capricorn, Leo, Pisces, and Cancer. And then the Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Wands, who's reversed, and challenged by the Knight of Cups reversed. And that could just be a moody child refusing to come or refusing to come down from upstairs, during the holidays. Okay, so there's a lot of Cups energy about, but the Queen and the Page are upright, but the family and the King are not. So that could also indicate a separation in family, right? Where the father is not with the mother and child. And the Knight of Cups is there too. So the Queen of Cups could have two children, the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups reversed, and the King of Cups is not with them. And they could all be siblings as well. So that's the main energy of those cup signs. But then we have the King of Wands reversed as well. And the King of Wands reversed and the King of Cups reversed look like they're separated and not talking to each other. The King of Wands has his back turned. I don't know if the King of Pentacles he's upright, he's fine, but he's frustrated or irritated with those two. I don't know if it's because they wouldn't come or didn't show up, or he didn't want them to come, he didn't invite them. So some kind of, the King of Wands and the King of Swords aren't getting along either. So it's like all four of them are having issues. All four of the kings. And one of those kings could be the Emperor, how that goes too. But the Emperor's reversed, the Empress is upright here. So again, this could be a year where the Emperor and the Empress broke up. And so that's why the Empress is passing the dinner on to the King of Pentacles. That could be as well. One of the oldest child or something like that. So I'm going to pull you guys an energy deck card. It's just 4242, which is the Two of Cups times 2. It's time for one-to-one communications, one-to-one relationships. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Let's clear all blocks to positive energy flow in all chakra layers, auric layers, grounding and galactic cords across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned. And fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so what is our takeaway from this read today? Okay, well this one doesn't want to go back in. She is the 30 of the home. So this is a child who may have some anxiety issues about going out. Maybe she's afraid because of the infection stuff. Or maybe she just has anxiety issues in general. And there's two butterflies trying to get her to come out and play. The garden and the gate. Okay. And then we have also 6th chakra Archangel Metatron, which is 40, which is that Page of Cups energy that came up in the read. And both of these were upright in the read. And these may be two kids or two inner children who need to play. And obviously here, this child is awakened and would then reflect that onto the other child who may be anxious. And these could be two adults and their inner children, because this one shows as an adult, but is the 40, which is the Page of Cups, the inner child. Okay, so maybe this one's not, she's showing her 3D self, but the 30 is the 4 of Wands, which is the union energy. And this is very much about the masculine coming into power and the feminine being more withdrawn. And there could definitely be energies of financial constraints coming up next with the 13, which came up in the the codes of the read. All right, so feeling empty, or perhaps this could be a home that's been shut down for a while that they're reopening up. This could also be, some kind of move where they're cleaning up, or just things are, just are lacking. All the food supplies in the food supply places are out, giving food out to the homeless people. This could also be a parent trying to get their child to go serve the homeless and volunteer. And then we have the bottom of the deck, which is the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, the heart, the 38 of the Queen of Cups. Very much in her heart space, right? Being that loving, patient, intuitive person, right? Trying to make everybody comfortable and feel welcome and at home. That energy is coming up for the holidays. And then indecision behind this. And here's that Y in the road coming up again. The indecision, where everything is unknown, and that's where you just let go and let the universe guide you. The 8 of the 5D dance, the indecision, and then falling back into your heart with 38. Let's see what Scooby-Doo has to say about this. So we definitely have a mixture of masculine, feminine energies. Like the number 38 card has a man on it representing Raphael in the heart chakra, but the 38 is the Queen of Cups, which is the feminine. And then in the cards that came out, we have the anxious little girl and the grown-up Metatron man, right? The very spiritual man. It's like being two in one, two parts of the same person. The scared little girl and the powerful angel. All right, let's see what Scooby-Doo has to say about this read. King of Wands, doing it all on one foot. And there's that Knight of Cups, not doing it all. And this is the kid who wants to play, but they're not. It's like this is someone taking over the show, and they're not getting to be seen. This is like sibling rivalry, right? The younger brother, if it is brothers here, because that was coming up in the read, the younger brother is jealous of the older brother because he's always so entertaining. Everybody loves to watch him. He's always showing how he can do everything at once and be great at it. And the younger brother may feel rejected or mad or jealous or be trying to schmooze everybody to get them to love him, but he doesn't really love them. It's just about wanting attention. And then we have the Ace of Wands here reversed like it is in the read. And this is being authentic when it's upright. This is someone being inauthentic. All right? And this one, they both may be people-pleasing, right? This one's people-pleasing to get everyone to like them. And this one's jealous of that because he just wants everyone to like them. Or this could be jealousy because this one wants his attention, but he's only interested in getting the fans' attention, right? To a lot of people. It's like, Leo energy who likes everyone to watch them, whereas this one just wants the one-on-one energy or connection with them. But there's inauthenticity coming up here, but then the Queen of Wands comes in, or Queen of Cups, but she's being authentic to herself here. So she's trying to please everybody when no one's pleasing themselves. So she's trying to keep the peace here by just being lovely as they are. But then the Page of Swords comes in being just who they are. So it's like the Queen of Cups and the Page of Swords have the right idea, because no matter whether others like it or not, they are being their authentic self. And this one may be too, but these two in the middle here, which can just be this Knight of Cups, is having a problem with that. And this could be, that could be the King of Wands though too, who's reversed, who's really tired and shouldn't be doing all this. And they could be two sides of the same person, the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. The next card that comes out is the Joker. This is everybody driving to, Christmas dinner. And they're terrified probably because they're, their 80-year-old parent or grandparents driving, and they're all terrified. Or they're just scared to go to Christmas holiday dinner to see what family's going to do what, or like, oh no, like what are we in for this year? That's the kind of energy that's coming up. The bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. It's upright, but also a little bit off, feeling a little bit off at home, but it is upright. And remember, this could be someone, preparing for other people to come in the house and just not ready for it because they're just feeling kind of wonky today. That could be coming up as well. Like the person who ends up having to serve everyone is, just dealing with the energies and just trying to get past that. Or maybe someone's feeling a little sick and they don't want to go to a holiday, so they might be canceling at the last minute. Maybe they're the one who's actually doing the dinner, so somebody else has to take over the dinner real quick. That could be as well. So from the Journey of Love, let's see what comes up today. Journey of Love. It's 51, which is the King of Swords. All right, let's see what comes out from the Journey of Love for you guys. The Spiral Dance of the Goddess, 29. And those are the two numbers that came up in the code line today. Those were the two main numbers, 2 and 9. 29 is the Three of Wands, being very present in the moment, and the Spiral Dance of the Goddess. They want me to count some cards. Just let me do this real quick, and I'll show you the bottom as well. All right. The bottom of the deck is Hidden Beauty, which came up the other day. 45 is that grieving card of the Five of Cups. Hidden Beauty. And allowing that to come out. Let's see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 24 is the Queen of Wands, but it's also the end of karma on the community level. And then the bottom of this bunch is Soft, which is 47, which is the Synchronicities, the Seven of Cups. And it's a very pearl-like energy, and so is the card that came out. You see that? Very pearl-like. We have, along with those and the underlying energy being Hidden Beauty, it's really about the feminine pearl energy being soft. And so we're going to read this one, The Spiral Dance of the Goddess. It's very much about the fallopian tubes. It's like the journey to the uterus. But I'm also getting the earlobe because of the pearl, but the energies of the other card. The earlobe and the fallopian tubes to the uterus. Let's see what this says here, 29. Being very present. A Spiral Dance of the Goddess. From a point of light unfolding, we become a soul, then incarnate into a sacred body of our lives, become a work of divine art. So that's funny that art comes up here with what came up in the pre-read stuff. A speck of heavenly presence manifesting itself through dimensions of time and space and into a life on earth made manifest. The extraordinary fact of your existence is a divine happening. As though the light of the moon is dancing not only upon the water, but inside of it, your ancient light is dipping into the mud of the earth. And that came up too with the swampy, shallow water that gets really dirty and muddied. This is how the soul becomes a divine human in the making. As you sense yourself moving and shifting from light to dark and back again, from knowing and unknowing, you are weaving your consciousness, your divinity, into sacred expression, manifesting your soul essence into the form of your life. Threading the light through the darkness without even realizing you're doing it, you are gently impregnating the matter of your body, of your life, with light. Your body and your life become luminous, radiant, and you assist others even just through your presence. It sounds wonderful, and it is, yet it is not always an easy path. As the light travails through the darkness, pain and suffering can arise in waves. It's best to be present to it. Trust that it is not a permanent condition, and wait for the spiral to twist from dark to light again, always moving closer and closer to the purity of the center and expanding outwardly eternally as though you were being inhaled by the divine, filling cosmic lungs as they reach far and wide, taking in all of life. The message of this oracle to you is that you are growing. You are bringing more of your light into form. You may be meeting obstacles in yourself and in the world, but this is because you are bringing through the light. If there were nothing happening, there would be no obstacle. Bless them as signs that you are proceeding, and empower them no more. You shall be, all else is just divine timing. And the poem simply states, the inner movement in expressive flow, an outward breath of dance and light, becoming one, becoming free. Right? So, and what came up in the read too is that bubbling up of the idea. All right, so start noting the patterns in your flow back and forth, right? When you start to go into a purge, you know, what comes before the purge, what comes right after the purge? Because usually after I get a purge, I also get an amazing download, right? Or an epiphany about something, but very good one, you know, it's more than usual. But notice the patterns of how you go back and forth so you understand this is just a pattern you're going through so that you can be more faithful in letting it all pass through and letting the dance go on. Just back and forth, and knowing it all changes over time, right? The back and forth flow of things, it never stays in the negative or the positive. It always goes up and down, back and forth. And it's for you to have faith in that, you know, when you can do something and you're inspired, you do it. And when you're not, you fall back and allow the universe to guide you next. And it will. You have to have faith in that. So make sure you drink your water, because that always helps everything, because it helps your body function better. Make sure you get your rest. I slept very well last night after not sleeping at all the night before. Make sure you get your joy in your nature, and be oh so gentle with yourselves, and rise and be love, guys. I will see you very soon. Have an amazing day and night. Love you all. Bye.